I am making some coffee, getting ready to go on my walk here. So, yeah, beautiful morning. Been up since 5. It's about almost 9:30 now, something like that. I been editing all morning. Some old footage from 23. I was like 4 days after my last day of work at Sequential, and I was at Silver Creek Falls, Oregon, and 7-mile hike, I think, something like that. It was a beautiful day, but it was my very first video, so I've got one video edited right now and up. So, well, it's not up yet. I want to get a few of them videos, and then my mom sends me coffee. She's sending me a bunch of homemade beef jerky, coffee, snickerdoodles, and some edibles. So I love my mom. Love you, Mom. Anyways, yeah, she's excited to see me in June. Yeah, Silver Creek Falls. It was January. It was rainy, cold, but good hike. Can't wait to go back in June. Probably go and do that trail again. Yeah, let me know if you guys like hiking videos, because I love hiking, and if that's, I mean, I can go and hike trails all day long, all over the place, and film it. That'd be fun. So, play some disc golf. Today's a little windy. I might throw a few today. I'm gonna go for a walk here. Like I said, I'm making coffee. We're gonna go for a walk this morning, and I'll bring you all along with me. And I've been planning out the year. That's a kind of exciting thing, and it's I can't wait to make all these videos and get them up and see what people say. I don't know. I'm gonna not read the comments, so I say that, but I probably will read the comments, but I don't know. We will see. So I don't know. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying filming. So I used to be a photographer. One of my first job out of high school, I worked at Expressly Portraits in the Salem Center Mall. I worked there for 2 years. I started in the lab, mixing the chemicals for the developer and running the dark room and making enlargements. I was 19 years old. I used to smoke cigarettes. I remember smoking cigarettes in the mall parking lot, getting stoned at lunch and going back, and being in the dark room, just making prints. I had like a thing of orders, right? You know, and you had like kind of times on them, and you did them in order, man. You just did whatever many prints they wanted, and then the people bought that package. If they wanted more, they'll come back and get reprints and so on and so forth. And that was a fun job. I eventually became a photographer there. There was one day where I was in the dark room working, and Shani, I remember her name, she was my boss, and she was pretty cool, and she comes and just opens the door to the dark room, and I'm like, what are you doing? You just ruined all my prints. Like, what's going on? And she's like, I need your help. So I come out, she gets me in the photography room. Mind you, the only photos I'd ever taken at this point, I'm 19 years old. Nervous. The only other photos I'd ever really taken were like landscaping photos and pictures of birds and shit, you know? And so that stuff was easy. Taking pictures of people and doing like good portraits was, I didn't know really what to do right away. So she kind of coached me through that first one, and I did okay. And she then everybody that gets hired at Expressly Portraits has to go through like this little like training thing, and it's about 3 days, and it's pretty extensive. They teach you how to take photos and to kind of see with a photographic eye, and how to backlight and all this stuff, and use the big lights and the large format cameras. And we had Hasselblad, the large format, what were they, 645s, so 6 by 4.5 inch film. I remember just going through rolls and I get the photo, but it I remember one day, so I became pretty good at photography then, and I got really comfortable in the room, and getting the people in there and being like, okay, you know, what's your goal here? What do you want out of this? And, you know, some people bring like changes of clothes for their kids. Some people bring dogs. They do an animal picture contest once a year. I almost got an alligator in the Salem Center Mall. So, and a guy before me, before I worked there, he had a cow, a baby cow. They brought it up the freight elevator and walked it through the food court down to Expressly Portraits, and he did photos with his cow. And so that guy won the year before me. I was trying to get the alligator so I could win. I wanted to win that stupid contest, but it was fun. I ended up the same guy brought his alligator got sick a couple days before, and so he couldn't make it. And then the mall kind of retracted too. They originally said okay, because he has this alligator at like a petting zoo too. Like, it's not. He's had bred it since it was just a baby. Anyways, so it didn't happen. But he brought his iguanas and his bearded dragons, and somewhere I still have photos of all of this. I still have my portfolio that I kept from Expressly Portraits. But that job for 2 years got me a job at Photovision, which was a professional photo place in Salem up on Market Street. And I ran their manual color lab. So I had 4 enlargers and 2 printers. And I could print large, like 40 by 30 prints, I think, something like that. And I was doing color corrections on all of professional photographers in Salem, their photos, and I learned to dodge and burn and do all of that in the lab. I learned all of that in the darkroom. And this was kind of before internet. Like I said, I was 19, so this was 2000. I mean, there was internet, but it wasn't just like on your phone. Like, I think I had like, I don't even know, it was like a 2002. I think I worked there. 2000 or no, 98, 99, right around there, that year, because 2000 was kind of a really bad year for me. My father passed away, and yeah, I was an alcoholic until I was 27. So yeah, now I haven't had a drink in 15 years, so doing good now. Life is amazing without alcohol. So if you're struggling with alcohol, you can message. I'll message back. I like to try to help people with that. So it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. I wouldn't be standing here right now if I didn't quit drinking. So, but yeah, make coffee. Yeah, Photovision. So yeah, I worked there. I actually lost that job. I got my first DUI when I was 19, and I was supposed to be at work, and I woke up in jail. So yeah, hey man, nobody's perfect, right? We all have our struggles, and especially when we're younger, we got learning experiences, right? You gotta learn through them. Like I say, you gotta learn through your troubles, man. But if you don't learn, then you're destined to repeat the stuff. But I found my way out of it, and it was good. But my photography experiences when I was younger, and then after my dad passed away, photography kind of went on the wayside. I ended up in Alaska. I worked on a processing vessel for Icicle Seafoods in, what was it, 99, and then again in 2000, because after I got back and my dad passed away, I got a second DUI, and the judge let me go to Alaska again instead of going to jail and stuff. So I was like, okay. So I ended back up in Alaska a second time, working 16-hour days on a 300-foot processing vessel in outside of Dutch Harbor, Alaska. It was in like January, and it was one of those times in your lives where you find yourself in these situations where you're like, I did this to myself. Nobody else's fault but my own. So it's one of those things, man. Life sometimes just kicks you, and all I can say is push through that shit. Quit being mean to yourself. We don't need to be mean to ourselves. So it's yeah, love yourself, and life gets a lot easier and better. And so now I feel great. Life is good. I can't complain. Filming for all of you, and hopefully this will maybe my channel will help somebody. Maybe I can offer a channel where people that are having problems with alcohol can have a safe place to come for a while to kind of clear their head and figure out what it is they need to do to get past that stuff, because alcohol, man, is such a poison. So, and don't get me wrong, there's responsible drinkers out there that, you know, but I was one of those guys that just, I didn't know when to quit. I would just keep drinking and black out all the time. That was bad. So it's yeah, life's a million times better without it. But I have a lot of experience in healing from that. I learned a lot over the years. Like I said, it's been 15 years now since I've drank, so that's never ever I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like that long. The time now goes by so fast. I mean, I'm editing video from 2 years ago. It's been 2 years since my job sold. It's just crazy to me. So anyways, let's go on this walk. I'm gonna pause it here for a second, and yeah, talk to you here in a minute. So yeah, we're going on my morning walk here this morning. We're gonna go up the road here again. Yeah, today is beautiful out. So I'm trying it on the follow setting again today. We'll see here. A lot of what I'm talking about right now is just mental notes for me on the video when it comes to editing time. So anyways, another beautiful day here in northern Arizona. Like I said, I've been up since like 5. I spent all day, all morning editing. So now we're gonna go for a walk, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna talk about, but I never really do. I got another fresh coffee, 2 coffees today. That's yeah. So yeah, editing video from shit. Yeah, 2 years ago, January. And I've got some footage from a Nestucca trip that I'm going to turn into an episode. So the first one right now is about 32 minutes. So I'm going to try to cut it down a little bit. And yeah, I've got an email now, me, my truck, and I. Anyways, I wanted to get on my walk earlier this morning, but it didn't happen. So, yep, I'm going to head up the road. We're going to go up in this really cool spot. It's way up on the flat. And it stays really nice up there. The sun in the morning, it comes up on that side. The other road on the other side of my property is better for sunsets. So, but yeah, thanks again everybody for following, liking, and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. So, and yeah, thanks for listening. But yeah, I was talking about when I was making my coffee, photography and stuff. I've always had a passion for photography, mostly landscape, animal photography, stuff like that. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of full circle, I guess, now, me doing this. I wish I would have learned how to edit video and been more into video when I was younger, but they didn't really have the technology. Cameras are big and bulky. I used to skateboard, and I remember all my friends and everybody and us, like, we just had these big-ass cameras. And the video we shot never looked good. It was on VHS, so editing it and stuff was complicated and difficult. So now everything's so much easier with the digital world and being able to just upload it onto a computer, go in, add effects, title screen, doing the transitions between clips and cutting, and it's just a million times easier, man. And so I kind of see why I never got involved with it when I was younger, but it's, I don't know, it's full circle. I'm gonna get back into my photography. I've got both my good cameras up here. I got a Nikon D3200, and I've got another one that's kind of a, I'll have to look at it, I can't remember exactly what, I think it's a Nikon, but older DSLR. So, God, it's beautiful out today. Getting a little cold. The 10 days says it's going to get chilly willy again and maybe some snow again, so everybody out here wants more snow. They usually have a lot more snow out here this time of year. Hiking up a hill, thin air. Get that oxygen in you. This isn't even the steep hill, so turn you guys around now. There we go. What a day. Oh man, I didn't put my... Oh, I almost need to go back. I didn't put my laptop on the charger like I wanted to before I left. Damn it. It's fine. I'm getting my walk done. I'll put it on, maybe throw some disc. It's not as windy as I thought it was out today. Sorry if all you can hear is me breathing. I have to get the oxygen in the blood. Because we're going to go up this hill right here. Oops. This is the one I walked up the other night, and it was getting late. Oh, that's weird. Up the hill we go. Oh yeah. Legs are burning already. Feels good. Get out here, get stretching, get walking. Ooh, I'm breathing hard. Whew. Yeah, that feels good. One more hill. And then it's pretty flat up at the top. One out now. Whew. I'm kind of pushing myself a little bit this morning. Kind of do it a little faster. I need a good workout.
time I come up here, I always look. It just seems to me like there'd be a rattlesnake out here somewhere. I've never seen one, but my neighbor showed me a skin of one he killed. That fucker's like 6 feet long, 5 feet long. So big snakes out here. It's pretty cold this time of year. It got down to probably 38 or 35 last night. One of these days it'll happen. Get a cool rattlesnake on film for y'all. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I want to get into doing more animal photography again. I'm gonna set up a blind on my property. I got a couple spots figured out where the animals should just walk right in front of me. So I'm gonna get 2 trail cameras ordered, GoPro style camera, tripod. I got some stuff coming, so I'm excited about that. It'll make filming better. I'll have multiple perspectives and stuff and be able to move my cameras around. And I have new microphones coming that should help with this wind situation. So that'll be interesting. I'll be able to clip it on my shirt. It'll buffer the wind a lot better, and I'll be able to hear me no matter where my camera's at, so that's cool. So yeah, YouTube. I don't like how there's a lot of music you can't use, you know? The copyright stuff I understand because of the artist, but yeah, we're not gonna go much further. There's some people that live at the top of the hill. I don't really, they have dogs. I don't like to just walk up. Someone bought this place. Little driveway right there. I mean, there's people out here. It's just everyone's got anywhere between like 2.5 to 6 acres. So, and some people have 40. It just all depends on when you kind of got in, I guess. But I really like it here. Just seems lovely. There he goes. See these mountains way over by Flagstaff? Those are big mountains. They're really far away. It's crazy how far you can see. You see there's like trails all over where animals run around. There's like chipmunks, mice, and stuff. There's so many rodents here. I would think there would be just snakes everywhere. But I've also been told that if you have a lot of rabbits, you won't see a lot of snakes because rabbits kill the rattlesnakes. And this tree is really cool. The old pinyon pine just hanging onto the edge here. They cut this road in. Somehow he just barely, I mean, his roots got cut off. Look at that. Just hanging out. So dry here. It's amazing that these trees can survive. Yeah, they've had some drought this year up here. Even the monsoons, I guess, were super light. It was like hardly anything. And then they haven't had hardly any snow. So it's early though. In a few more months. They were telling me they had snow here about 3 inches at Mother's Day of last year. So kind of stuff only sticks around for a day though. The next day it gets like 60 degrees and it all melts, but 3 inches isn't much. But they usually have a pretty decent amount out here. Alright, back down the hill. Alright, we're back. Back, Jack. I love my spot, man. It took me a long time to find this too. I was up here for like 2-3 weeks before I found it. I looked at so many properties. All of them were really small. The ones that were bigger you couldn't build on. They just were rock, no dirt. This stuff, man, there's like grass here. Mind you, it's brown right now. It's actually got a little green tinge to it now because of the snow we had a few days ago. Gave him a little water. But everything's real dormant right now because of the temperature. Whew. Up my little hill. I have about 50-foot elevation on my property. It's not crazy. Thanks again, everybody. Thanks for going on a walk with me this morning. I might play some disc golf later. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe run the wood chipper. Still haven't done that. I keep saying I'm going to. But anyways, talk to y'all later.